everybody. Good day, good day, good day. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa, and I am Rev Melissa. And sip is spirit and practice, spirit and practice. So I'm feeling mighty springy today. It's going to be close to 70 degrees, and I'm loving everything about that, taking full advantage of it today. So good day, mommy. Yes, God bless you too, mommy. I appreciate the blessings. Good day, Pastor Al. I hope you are doing well. Good day, Nan. Good day, everybody. I hope all is well where you are. And so we are in our Lent series. We're in our Lent series. That's what we've been talking about this week. And so we know that Lent represents a time of spiritual reflection, right? We've been focusing on the metaphysical aspects of Lent, right? And so we talked about being relentless. When we fast, we need to be relentless in our fasting and our releasing and our letting go and our letting go and letting God. Be unyielding about that. Be relentless. And yesterday we talked about feasting, right? About the feast. And I asked you a question. What are you feasting on? And what is the nutritional value of that which you are feasting on? You know, what are you feeding your mind, your soul, your body? What are you feeding on? Yes? So that was what we talked about yesterday. And so today I want to talk about spiritual symmetry, the spiritual symmetry in Lent, the spiritual symmetry in feast, fast, feast. There's a symmetry between those two practices, those two holy and sacred and mystical practices that become practical and applicable, right? Because we want to have practices that we can apply in our life. And so we can apply fasting and feasting in our lives. Yes? In a conscious and deliberate and intentional way. Okay? All right. So let's define symmetry. So I went to the good old dictionary and I pulled out one of the definitions. There's many, some of them have mathematical definitions and geometry definitions. So I'm just pulling out one that I felt was in alignment with this topic today. Beauty based on or characterized by such excellence of proportion. Beauty based on or characterized by such excellence or proportion. So that immediately made me think of that popular saying that God don't make no junk, right? That we are made in excellence, that everything that God made is in right divine proportion, right? That's what it made me think of. And so too is Lent, right? Lent is a practice of excellence. Yes? So let's dissect this a little bit more. So we find symmetry in everywhere and in everything, right? There's symmetry in our bodies are symmetric, right? Nature is symmetric. Basically, everything that walks, crawls, and swims is symmetric. Yes? And so is snowflakes and rainbows and raindrops and crystals, right? There's a symmetry, there's an order in it, there's a beauty in it, right? And so that's what we look for. That's the lens that we're looking through when we fast and when we feast. Yes, we're looking for that connection of excellence that is embodying us. And that excellence that is embodying us is the divine. Yes? All right. So I go down the rabbit holes when I do these series, especially something like this topic of Lent. And I love something that I came upon that James Miller wrote. And he said to look at symmetry as the fingerprints of the Most High on everything. The fingerprints. So just imagine, right? God's fingerprint is on you, that you are God's fingerprint expressing uniquely and individualized in excellence and in divine right proportion. Not too much, not too little, just right. Just right, right? Oh, that was some good news to me. I love that, right? So there's an orderliness to fasting. There's an orderliness to feasting. There's an orderliness to Lent, right? So it is by design and by function that we practice Lent, right? That we practice fasting and feasting, right? There is an order. And I shared yesterday that you don't go back and forth, right? One day you fast and the next day you're feasting, right? There is a discipline to the practice of fasting. Yes? And when you're in alignment with that discipline, that's when you get in touch with the beauty of it, right? It takes it takes being relentless to fast for 40 days and 40 nights. That is not something that is easy to do. That is not something for the faint of heart, right? And so many of us, we might not necessarily we might not necessarily fast for 40 days and 40 nights. We might decide, okay, what's the symmetry of fasting that is in alignment with my life, right? So we might decide we're going to fast, from sunrise to sunset, or we might decide we're going to fast on a particular day of the week. We might use our Sabbath day as a day to fast, right? But the important thing, in whatever way you decide to incorporate this practice into your life, is for you to be consistent with it and for you to be disciplined about it, right? Because it is a discipline. It is a discipline. All right, now. So when we talk about orderliness, we're talking about immunity to change, right? There is a certain divine order in this practice. And if you're in that divine order, you're going to get the result. Guaranteed, you're going to get the result. Just like Moses got the result, just like Elijah got the result, just like Jesus the Christ got the result, you too will get the result when you are in divine right order in your divine practices. Yes, it's immune to change. It's the law. Lent is a principle. Can we look at Lent as a principle now? Because I shared yesterday that too many of us are looking at Lent in a commercial sense of things, as something that's cute to do, as a fad even. But Lent is a very high vibration, right? There's a very high intentionality when you are practicing Lent, when you are fasting and when you are feasting, right? Because you are using the law, and the law is going to demonstrate through you from the vibration that you present yourself in relationship to that law, in relationship to that practice. So if you don't take it serious, guess what? You're going to get the result of unseriousness. If you approach it in a lopsided way, guess what? You're going to get the experience of lopsidedness in your life. And you don't have to search far to discover why that is so. Go back to your practices. Go back to your Lent time. Go back to your feasting and your fasting time and see how you are in relationship with that. And see how you are in relationship with the divine. Is your relationship with the divine consistent, right? Are you showing up every day consistently? Are you fasting? Are you releasing and letting go every day? Yes? All right, y'all. So let me add in this little caveat. Be gentle with yourself. Don't beat up yourself about your journey. Don't beat up yourself about your process. Don't beat up yourself when you fall off your fast. Don't beat up yourself. Get up, forgive yourself. You could do a little shimmy. Oh, I forgive myself. Yeah. Yes, I forgive myself. And you keep it going. You keep it going. You don't have to wallow. Some of us are in the practice of wallowing. Wallowing is not a spiritual practice. I'm here to tell you. It is not a spiritual practice. And neither is worrying, not a spiritual practice. So let's look at the symmetry of our life, right? We could look at the symmetry of our life by just thinking about something that happened to us that might have been a disturbance, right? That might have been upsetting, right? But we didn't live there for long because there's a balance, there's an orderliness in the universe. And just as the universe is orderly and there's a symmetry in the universe, that symmetry, that orderliness is also demonstrating as you. As you. All right, y'all. All right. So LENT is an organizing principle. It is an organizing principle. All right now, Stacey, I got my amen corner. Yes, yes. It's an organizing principle. We use it as law. LENT is law. Put that on a t-shirt. LENT is law. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So the principle works. The law works. It's consistent, it's reliable, it's impersonal. If it did it for you once, guess what? God will do it for you again. Yes? Because that's the way the law works. And that is the way the Lord works. All right, y'all. So let's be aware. Be on the lookout for lopsidedness in your life and get yourself back in order. Right? Get yourself back in order. Yes, Stacey, LENT is law, right? LENT ain't lopsided. And the practice of fasting and feasting is not a lopsided practice either. There is an alignment. So let's be in symmetry with that which is that is symmetrical within us. Yes? All right. All right. So I want to close with align with it, align with it, align with it and its guiding principle. And ultimately, we are aligning with the union of God within us, right? When we talked about mystical last week, right? That mystical experience is our soul's union with God. And in fasting, we are in alignment, in union, in oneness with God, with the divine, with the universe, whatever it is that you want to call it. It's all the same thing, y'all. The highest good. Yes? All right. So that's what I have today. Tomorrow, we're going to wrap up the LENT series. I would love to know how it's been for you all. I would love to know if you have decided to fast, if you have decided what you are releasing. Are you contemplating what you are feasting on, right? Are you looking at the nutritional value of what it is that you are putting into your temple? Yes? All right, so I like to hear it. I like to know it. You could DM me or you could pop it in the comments today or tomorrow. All right, y'all. All right. So I love you too, Diego. I love you too. I love all y'all. I love all y'all, my congregation of joy. Yes, I do. So I'm Rev Melissa. I am so happy and thrilled to be with you all in Morning Sip every day. If you need support, just reach out to me. You could DM me and we could set up some time to talk. All right. So we're living life in joy, connected to our yes. Connected to our yes. So now it's time for some joy news. Okay. So joy news. So I see y'all. I see you registering for meditation with the moon on Saturday, March 13th. This Saturday, y'all, 4 a.m. Eastern time. We will be meditating with the new moon. So registration is open. Go to my page. I pinned it right to the top of my I Am Rev Melissa page. So you can find it there. You can also go in Eventbrite and find it there. Okay? All right. Sunday is a 2-1 Sunday. I will be having my wonderful show, Living Life in Joy. I'm so excited. Yes, yes, throw it up there, producer. And my guest is the fabulous, the beautiful, the extraordinary Jay White. And she is the founder and creator of Project Love Strong. And so we're going to get into it on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Join me right here or New Thought Media Network. And do you know you can find me on YouTube? So you can also find me on YouTube. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. So then that's at 10:30. At 11:30, I am the speaker at my spiritual home, Rockland CSL. So you can find Rockland CSL by going to www.rocklandcsl.org on Sunday and just click on the Sunday service link. And we also stream on Facebook Live. So you can go to the Rockland CSL Facebook page and join the service. My topic is release and let go. How perfect is that? So please join me on Sunday at 10:30 and 11:30. All right. And on Saturday, I'm just going to go back to Saturday for a moment. I'm going to drop a new episode in my podcast, and it is the first episode in the Spiritual Partnership series. Oh, and this series was like, people were like, oh my goodness, yes, 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 for the Spiritual Partnership series. So if you're in a relationship, you want to get in a relationship, you've been in a relationship, you're thinking about a relationship, you want to listen to the Spiritual Partnership series. So episode 1 drops this Saturday. And guess what, y'all? I'm on Apple. So y'all could check me out on Apple Podcast. I was so excited when I found myself there. So go to Apple and listen to my podcast there. And please subscribe and like the podcast. All right. Please support my Joy Line. If you want to support my ministry of joy, a wonderful way that you can do that is by supporting my Joy Line. I have Sip Joy mugs. I have t-shirts that say live life in joy and connect to your yes. There's my congregation of joy holding it down. I even have joy, joy, joy socks modeled there by Nan. Yes, yes, yes. So please go to Etsy. I am iamrevmelissa, and you can see all of my Joy Line products there. All right. So support New Thought Media Network. You can do so by going to their website, ntmedia.org, and clicking the donate button. You can also support my ministry of joy by going to Cash App or Venmo. I am Red Melissa, and you can leave me a love offering there. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate you doing your work. Do your work. Do your work. And if you need help with that, give me a call. All right, y'all. All right. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.